This video is educational. It is not financial, tax, or legal advice. Citizens Life Group is a licensed life settlement brokerage. It is not a life settlement provider and does not buy policies. Reviewed by Jeff Hallman. Florida license 0266. To find a lost life insurance policy, start with 2 free searches: the NAIC Life Insurance Policy Locator and your state's unclaimed property records. This guide is for 2 people. The first is searching for a policy a loved one left behind after a death. The second is getting organized about their own coverage or a parent's before anything is lost. Both start the same way with free official searches and good records. Start by gathering the person's full legal name, social security number, date of birth, and date of death. Almost every search asks for those 4 details, and a certified death certificate carries all of them in one document. That certificate is the key that unlocks most of the searches in this video. There are 2 ways people arrive here. Some have a stack of paperwork and a rough idea of which company to call. Others have only a suspicion that a policy existed. Both situations are workable because the searches ahead are built for people starting with very little. One reassurance before the work begins: unclaimed life insurance benefits are common, and they are not a sign that anyone did anything wrong. State insurance regulators and the National Association of Insurance Commissioners have documented billions of dollars in benefits that were never connected to the right person. Finding that money is mostly a clerical process. The National Association of Insurance Commissioners runs a free life insurance policy locator that forwards requests to participating insurers nationwide. The service is free, secure, and encrypted. It asks for the deceased person's social security number, legal first and last name, date of birth, and date of death. Here's how it works. Participating insurance companies search their records for a match. If a policy is found, the company contacts the requester directly, but only when that person is the beneficiary or has legal authority over the estate. The search can take 90 business days or more, so it is best started early. The scale of this tool is the reason to use it first. According to a National Association of Insurance Commissioners release dated September 30th, 2025, the Locator has connected beneficiaries with more than $13.18 billion in benefits since it launched in November 2016. That figure covers more than 611,000 matches through August 31st, 2025, and it grew by about $3 billion in a single year. Search your state's official unclaimed property website and missingmoney.com, both free because unpaid benefits are eventually turned over to the state. When an insurer cannot deliver a death benefit, the money is escated, which means it is transferred to a state unclaimed property program until the rightful owner claims it. MissingMoney.com is the free multi-state search endorsed by the National Association of Unclaimed Property Administrators. Search every state the person ever lived in, because property is generally held by the state where the company is located, not where the person died. The numbers show why this step is worth the effort. The National Association of Unclaimed Property Administrators reports that roughly 1 in 7 Americans has unclaimed property waiting. State programs returned $4.49 billion to owners in fiscal year 2024, according to the National Association of State Treasurers annual report released October 29, 2024. Most unclaimed life insurance amounts are modest, often around $2,000, but some are far larger. Claiming requires proof, usually a certified death certificate and documents showing your relationship to the deceased. Many benefits went unpaid because insurers historically searched death records to stop annuity payments, not to pay life insurance beneficiaries. This is the part of the story most consumer guides leave out, and it explains why so much money is sitting in state hands today. In 2009, the Florida Office of Insurance Regulation, under then-Commissioner Kevin McCarty, opened a market conduct investigation. Investigators found that insurers used the Social Security Administration's Death Master file to stop paying annuities to people who had died. But they did not use the same file to find and pay the beneficiaries of deceased policyholders. That asymmetry was the problem. The finding triggered audits across 41 states. According to a Texas comptroller's summary in its fiscal notes series, 25 of the largest insurers entered settlements totaling more than $7.4 billion in back payments. About $5 billion went to identify beneficiaries, and about $2.4 billion went to state unclaimed property programs. A 2016 report by 60 Minutes brought the issue to a national audience. The rules then changed. the National Council of Insurance Legislators adopted the Unclaimed Life Insurance Benefits Act in 2011, and the Uniform Law Commission issued the revised Uniform Unclaimed Property Act in 2016. Together, they pushed insurers to run regular death master file searches and either pay the beneficiary or turn the money over to the state. The practical takeaway is simple. A great deal of money is waiting in state accounts right now, and searching for it costs nothing. Check the person's employer or union for group coverage, then work through their paper and digital records. Many people hold life insurance through a job, a union, or federal service, and that coverage is easy to overlook. The paper trail is the next place to look. Check filing cabinets, a home safe, and any safe deposit box for the policy itself, premium invoices, or annual statements. The digital trail matters just as much. Email, cloud storage, and bank or bill pay history can show recurring premium payments. A tax return may even list interest earned on a policy's cash value. Veterans and federal employees have dedicated help. The Department of Veterans Affairs runs an insurance center reachable at 1-800-669-8477, and the Office of Service Members Group Life Insurance can be reached at 1-800-419-1473. These offices handle programs such as SGLI, VGLI, FEGLI, and service-disabled veterans insurance. Several large insurers also run their own loss policy tools online, which help once you suspect a specific company. If the insurer merged or changed names, the company's home state insurance department keeps those records and can point you to the current company. Insurers merge, rename, and sell blocks of policies all the time, which can turn an old company name into a dead end. Set one expectation early. State insurance departments keep merger and name change histories, but they generally do not hold records of individual policies. They can tell you who absorbed the old company. They cannot tell you whether a specific policy existed. If the insurer became insolvent rather than merge, a different safety net applies. State guarantee associations, coordinated through the National Organization of Life and Health Insurance Guarantee Associations, generally cover life insurance death benefits up to about $300,000, though the exact limit varies by state. The Guarantee Association in the policyholder's state of residence is the right place to start. Before deciding whether any paid service is worth it, here is the full picture at a glance. 5 of the 6 search methods in this guide cost nothing. The National Association of Insurance Commissioners Locator, State Unclaimed Property and MissingMoney.com, employer and group records, insurers' own loss policy tools, and the veterans coverage lines. Only one search, run by the Medical Information Bureau, carries a fee. No upfront fee finder is necessary because every official search is free. One legitimate paid option does exist, and it helps to understand the difference between it and the services to avoid. The legitimate tool is the MIB Group Policy Locator service, run by the Medical Information Bureau. It costs $75, is non-refundable, and requires a notarized application and an original death certificate. Results arrive by mail within 21 business days. One important limit: it searches insurance applications going back to 1996, not active policies, and it returns a match in only about 1 of 4 searches. It's also not available when the requester or the deceased was a California resident. Many families use it only after the free searches stall. Now the warning. The Florida Department of Financial Services has cautioned the public about a bogus operation, calling itself the Florida Department of Financial Restitution. It offered to reunite people with unclaimed property for about $600 in upfront fees. The real agencies charge nothing for the official searches. A good rule of thumb: never pay an upfront fee for a search that the government runs for free, and verify any letter you receive independently by looking up the insurer's claims department yourself rather than calling the number printed in the letter. Once you identify a policy or insurer, file a claim with a certified death certificate and the insurer's claim form. Insurers typically pay a valid claim within 14 to 60 days after they receive a complete file. Certified death certificates come from the State Vital Records Office or from VitalCheck, the authorized online ordering service. There's a second audience for this video: people getting organized before anything is ever lost. The fix is straightforward and worth doing this week. Tell named beneficiaries that the policy exists and where the records are kept. Keep a copy of the policy somewhere outside the home. And make sure the insurer has current contact information for every beneficiary so the company can reach them when it matters. Citizens Life Group's Free Loss Life Insurance Policy Finder organizes these official searches, the state-specific links, and a printable checklist in one place. It points to the free government searches. It is not a private database, and the official searches are always free.